the system.
Ooh, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, the heel of the Balor.
Heel Balor. That ain't how it works. That's not how we do that intro. That's not what we planned.
Okay.
That's not the. I'm sorry, folks, but that wasn't the one we're looking for. Double R, Rest Ryan, you're here. Tell us what we're supposed to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is going on?
No. Yeah, that's not what we rehearsed. We rehearsed this like 15 times in the last 2 hours. How could 15 times in the last 2 hours make you screw up? But you know, it's alright. It happens, but I think I got this one. Oh, Optimistic Empire! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous Losers Lounge and feel the power! It's the Losers Lounge! Yes, it is! In all seriousness, folks, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next edition of the Losers Lounge podcast. I'm Christian freaking Maracle. This is the Double R Reister Ryan. How you doing?
I am doing wonderful. How's everybody doing?
Great. And of course, we got your favorite, the 2018 Losers Lounge Member of the Year, the heelest of Balors.
What's up, guys? It's freaking awesome to be back. Holy crap. I missed you guys. I missed all you guys.
It's been it's been a few weeks, actually.
It has been.
It's okay, though. Like, you know, it's all good. Because, you know, we've all been busy, and we wanted a little break after we went through all the hours of WrestleMania.
Yep. Oh, yeah. But we're on a new month. We are in May now.
That is true. Now, I'm going to take a moment and be right back, but Willie, go ahead and tell the folks what we are going to be talking about.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're running down the pay-per-view schedule for 2019 with the WWE. Every pay-per-view that is coming up, we will be discussing today, and also we might be talking a little bit of an elite program that's coming soon. But Double R, take it away, my dude. What else do we got? Oh man, this is quite a bit of the list. Okay, so it's a little bit different this year, a little bit of a change up. So originally, you guys know how like Money in the Bank's usually in June. Well, this year it's in May. That's the next pay-per-view coming up. It's pretty crazy.
It honestly makes you wonder what they're doing, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then also originally the way it was supposed to be, I believe the Saudi Arabia show was supposed to be after Mania, but they switched that.
I believe it was actually going to be on May the 3rd, which is actually, June. By the time this is released, it was supposed to be on this day.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. But tell him, Ryan, where it got moved.
It got moved to June 7th. Saudi Arabia, June 7th.
I believe they're returning to Jeddah. Same place where the Greatest Royal Rumble took place, so that's ironic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all right, though.
And then...
Okay, who talks first? Who talks first? You talk first? I talk first?
I'm just in the background. It don't matter.
All right, I'll actually...
Christian, you came back, so I'll let you take over now.
Yeah. Let's see. Did y'all mention the big reveal I'm about to do?
Oh, yeah, that. I just gave a tease. That's it.
Yeah, that's all right, folks. But yeah, we can confirm with you guys right now that not only this year will we be predicting / reviewing WWE pay-per-views, but we are indeed going forward with talking about All Elite Wrestling's events.
There you go, folks. That's the big reveal. Woohoo!
We're not just doing WWE, we're doing AEW. And here's the thing. We've had our sayings about All Elite Wrestling lately, you know. But then again, all we talked about then was how people were dumb enough to think, oh, it's going to, like, you know, it's already toppling the WWE without a single show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what we're doing here is we are going to be predicting / reviewing AEW's pay-per-view events example, their Double or Nothing event, it takes place on May 25th this month.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's in a few weeks from now, and I believe we'll also do Fight for the Fallen, which is in July.
Yes, it is.
I gotta admit, those are really good pay-per-view names, ain't that right?
Yeah.
I like them.
So, let's go through the pay-per-views here. We already discussed the Money in the Bank being on May rather than June. Instead, it's the WrestleMania after show. Here's my thoughts. Here's my questions for you guys, which is, Balor, what is your thoughts on the fact that Money in the Bank has replaced, like the Backlash slot?
I think it's an all right concept. I mean, Backlash. I think Backlash died around 2016, in my opinion. It really didn't. After what they did with that show, it needs to just go away and take a break. Bring in Money in the Bank to replace it. Money in the Bank is my favorite pay-per-view, pretty much of all time. Up there, WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, and all the other regular shows. But Money in the Bank, it being the replacement of that show, I think it's a cool idea, and I think that they made the right decision with going ahead and having it be in June, or excuse me, March, May, and all that. So I think it's gonna be good. Yeah. Can't wait. I'm excited, especially for the matches they got.
Here's the thing. Everybody obviously knows what Backlash originally was when it was first concepted, which was, the WrestleMania Revenge event, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And in recent years when Backlash took place, there was hardly a WrestleMania rematch.
Yeah.
Because it took place on Raw or SmackDown.
Yep.
Well, and then plus you have, like now you got the Superstar Shake-Up, so...
Shake-Up.
Yeah, well, we just like to call it the draft.
Yes.
Originally, that's what they should be calling it.
It's the same thing anyway, so yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's all good.
What else we got? I believe so. Let's move on to the next one here. As Ryan mentioned, June 7th is the next Saudi Arabia event, and of course, we're not the biggest fans of the Saudi Arabia events, but ladies and gentlemen, this is not because of where it's located.
Nope.
It's because the shows suck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember we went on a complete tirade on Crown Jewel. Go watch episode number 20, folks, because that is our explosions on Crown Jewel.
Pay-per-view was terrible.
That is where I went off like I never have before.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And it got to the point where even our good pal Connor Riley made his return. Oh, speaking of which, Connor Riley is not available. He's spending time with family. And Kelsey, Flair section, is, I believe, getting ready for work. But
she's cooking pizza.
But they both
with no pineapples.
But they both send their love.
I want pizza.
But they both send their love to the Empire.
They do. Love you guys. Miss you.
We love you.
We love you.
Tell the family hi for me, Connor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Chasing that dream.
Going back to Crown Jewel, that was, of course, horrendous. But everybody,
bad.
Of course, is saying, WWE and Saudi Arabia is bad, all just because of the fucking location. And we're like, we're not like that. We're not like that.
No.
It's nothing to do with that.
No.
For us, it's the fact that, they're just never good. The show is just never good.
Oh, give it a chance, though. No.
We give it 2 chances. Okay, I'll be honest on one thing. I can admit one thing. The Greatest Royal Rumble was actually decent.
No, it was alright.
It was decent, and in my opinion, that was at least close to passable.
It was long as heck. Holy crap.
Didn't matter to us. It was in the early afternoon.
Ha! Yeah.
And then, of course, there was that super shit down in Australia, so...
super snooze down, shit down, whatever. This horrendous pay-per-view in Australia. No offense to my people in Australia. You guys deserve the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But overall, that show was just snorefest. Besides Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander.
It was Snorefest, and Snorefest doesn't have anything to do with the fact that over here it started at 5 in the morning, or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. We can't complain about that because everybody else around the world does this on a weekly basis.
Yeah. Complaints everywhere.
Yep. So that's why we never complained about that what time it was started, because that'd be hypocritical.
Yeah.
So the Saudi Arabia event, we don't know what it's called yet. As of this podcast recording, we don't know what the hell it's called, but then they said they would, give us updates as the weeks come by. But we'll get to the full talk about it when we get to predicting the event. But yes, as usual, we're predicting and reviewing even the Saudi Arabia events because we love you guys, and even if it means we're gonna torture us into insanity.
I've already gone insane, Christian. What are you talking about?
That's a good point. Even Double Arrest Orion has gone insane with Crown Jewel.
Oh, yeah. Or Crown Joke, as we should say.
Clown Jewel. Say whatever you want. Kicked right in the jewels.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we felt like anyway. AEW's Double or Nothing. Well, let's talk about that really quickly again. Taking place May 25th in Las Vegas. I mean, as much as I'd like to go to Las Vegas, unfortunately, none of us, I believe, are attending that show. Because those tickets sold out in like half an hour or so.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy.
Congratulations to them.
Heck yeah.
Here's the thing. I'll be honest, yes. We'll give them a pass on the case that almost none of their matches make sense storyline-wise, maybe except for Omega versus Jericho.
There's a few that kind of make sense to me.
Yeah, there's a few that do. But either way, we can't really say much about it because this is their first show. It's kind of like, a first impression.
They had to make a good impression. So that's make or break for AEW.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. And to this very day, we still cannot give out our opinions on AEW because it still doesn't exist.
And they will not take out the WWE, so get that out of your minds right now.
If you just want, here's the thing: those who really stop watching WWE, stop talking about WWE.
Yep.
Big facts, am I right?
And Christian, it's like that. It's like that one tweet that you tweeted out. It was a couple days ago, where people, they go, on Twitter and stuff, and they talk about like, oh, I hate this, everything, but I still watch the product, all that other stuff, and then that's when you tweeted out, you still watch the product because you enjoy it.
Yes. I'm a fan of 12 years. Of course I'm going to still watch the product.
Yeah,
even if it has some of the stupidest stuff, I'm still going to watch.
Like what happened on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown this week. God.
Yeah.
Anyways,
they were both bad.
Like, for real, you're allowed to complain about the product, folks.
Yeah, you're allowed to. You can complain about it all you want, but here's some things that are honestly that just make you dumb. Which is here. All right, here's the things that make you dumb. Saying why do I watch this company? Because you obviously know the damn reason.
Mm-hmm.
And do not trash other people for actually liking what you don't.
Yeah.
Here's an example. I don't really like Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
I got hate for that.
Yeah.
All because I have an opinion. All because I think this guy annoys me. I don't like Finn Balor that much. I mean, I do like him in some ways. I'm just not a huge ass fan. But heel Balor over here doesn't do shit about that because he respects my opinion.
Yes, and I'll probably be fired if I say otherwise. But I mean, but yeah, man, like for real. Christian has a different opinion on Finn Balor, whereas for me, it's my opinion with Seth Rollins and now Becky Lynch. I'm just thinking both of those two are just overrated, overpushed hype machines. And I've gotten attacked a few times on social media because of my opinions, which I really don't pay attention to. I mean, you people are just going to type your words, I'm going to ignore them and block you.
But for our case, here's the thing.
Spit your shit and say goodbye. Goodbye. That's just don't pay attention to the negativity, man. And don't attack people for having other opinions, because that only makes you freaking dumb and a freaking hypocrite.
Exactly. So here's the thing. You can hate, as we always say, you can hate the product all you want. You can talk shit about the product all you want. We don't care.
Christian, those people who hate the WWE at least, they can express their opinions, but I think some of them are just being freaking worshippers of AEW. Seriously. The company hasn't even gotten off the ground.
They've not even been born. They haven't been ejected from the womb yet.
Just because the Bucks and Cody and Omega over there. Come on, man. They ain't the gods of professional wrestling. And in my opinion, nobody is the god of professional wrestling. Everyone, in my opinion, is equal in wrestling.
Yeah.
And look at us. Here's the thing. People are most likely going to say to us, oh, you guys haters of AEW? No, we're fucking not.
We're not haters.
We don't even know what to think about it because it doesn't exist yet.
These guys are suck-ups. Nope.
We ain't
I'll tell you another thing. Just another prime example that's related to wrestling. Yeah, I've seen this with, if you watch the Super Bowl or you watch the NBA Finals or you watch the Stanley Cup or the World Series, whatever it is, and you kind of like say all this stuff like how like, oh, it's rigged and everything. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl. I'm done watching NFL. Or I'm done watching NBA, whatever it is, if you go on a rant about it. But you know what? I still see? I still see them tweeting about it. I still see them, like, they're watching it. So, technically, yeah, you complain and you say that you're not going to watch. But you know what? You know what you still end up doing? You still watch it because you like the NFL, you like the NBA, you like the MLB because you're into it. Despite what, people would say about the whole it's rigged, the whole referee stuff. That, they cheat and that. But you know what? They still watch it. They don't do anything. They still watch it. So,
here's another example.
People could say, like, we're suck-ups to WWE, and all that. And that.
No, we literally express negative opinions at times.
Yeah.
But
we
do
hate
not
the product, but we're still going to watch it.
Yeah, we never once questioned, why are we watching this? We never once questioned that. Because we know the dumbass answer. Because only dumbasses would ask them that damn question.
But they still watch it.
Exactly. Yeah. Another prime example, you mentioned the sports and things being rigged because of referees. Here's a prime example. My good friend, my bro, shout out, Long Neck Josh.
And co-host of the Josh and Bala Show. Much love, brother.
Yeah, go follow them on Instagram.
Love you, Josh.
Go follow them on Instagram because they have fun shows every now and then. But going back to this, Josh and I are both big fans of the New Orleans Saints. And remember what happened before Super Bowl?
Yep.
The Saints got screwed out.
I saw that play.
We were both pissed the hell off.
Yeah,
but that does not mean that we are like not gonna watch football or anything anymore because one bad thing happened. Oh well, there's always next year.
Yeah, it's multiple calls. It's not just one. It's multiple calls all year long.
And here's another thing. Everybody knows I'm a Toronto guy. Toronto's my kingdom.
Maple Leafs and Raptors.
Recently, my Maple Leafs were thrown out of the playoffs because they lost to the Bruins again. But here's the thing. People got on my case. They started taunting me and taunting my Maple Leafs saying that they suck and everything. And I'm like, you really think that bothers me? Bruh, I actually understand if they lose because I'm like one of those people who says, oh, well, they lost. Better luck next year. No matter how many years it takes, I'll keep saying that. Wait, better luck next year. Better luck next year. Better luck next year. I do it all the fucking time. And I never once question, why do I still watch them if they're always losing? I never once do that. Wanna know why? Because I like watching my team. And I don't have a problem with it if they lose. And I'm not a dumbass guy because guess what I don't do? I do not bet my life savings on sports.
Yep.
If I want to bet something, I'd probably bet bragging rights. I think I'd bet bragging rights, but that's it. That's the furthest I'd bet for sports is bragging rights.
Yeah.
And if I lose, I let the opponent brag all they want because it doesn't bug me. Maybe that's what. Here's the thing. Maybe that's the other reason why us, like, even if we're upset with WWE a lot on what they do, despite that, I think we can actually see the product better than a lot of other people because we don't actually whine and bitch 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tell them.
Yeah, and that's a good example that you brought out, Christian. And yeah, I'll say as well. You guys obviously know I like the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite.
Really? I didn't know that. Yeah.
Really? He's close by Dallas and you didn't know that?
And anyway, I think what have been going on like 24, 25 years of losing. We haven't won a Super Bowl since like 96, I want to say. But yeah, I haven't seen my team win a Super Bowl yet. And you always got people that are gonna say, there's people that say like, oh, the Cowboys are chokers, and everything. They always choke, and Cowboys are relevant and stuff like that. I'm like that doesn't even bother me. Like pretty much, I'm used to them losing at this point. Like personally, I don't care. Like even at they lose, I'm still gonna support them next year. And there's a word that I don't know if a lot of people really understand this, but that's called loyalty. Whether they win or lose, I'm still gonna support them. You know, I'm not gonna. Another thing I have a problem with is people doing this. Like, even if if a player's on a team that you don't like, but they get injured, I'm not going to go on Twitter and, start laughing or harassing that player because he got injured because he's on a team that I don't like. I would never do that. I would never, ever.
Makes you a complete dickwad is what that makes you.
Wish an injury on a player.
Never.
Because here's the
Same
thing.
thing with pro wrestling.
I care about players, I care about players as human beings rather than on a team. Yeah, I don't go around, harassing other teams because that's just not right. And people will say, "Oh, well, that's just what sports fans do. They talk shit to each other." Like, no,
please.
Dude, real sports fans would show like sportsmanship and respect others.
Y'all
They
know what
wouldn't
the
go
word
around
sportsman...
harassing all that bullshit and all that. Like,
yeah, man.
Y'all know what
and
sportsman...
like Christian said, like betting on sports games. Like, literally, like, why don't you save it up, pay your bills or something like that?
Here's like,
quit being a lazy ass and pay your freaking bills and do your own shit and stop being a complete tool on Twitter.
Here's a prime example.
Like,
I got a prime example. You guys want to know something?
Yeah, what you got?
I heard of a guy who once bet $100,000 on his team for the Super Bowl.
What?
Oh,
and
God.
lost.
Wow.
And lost almost easily.
Oh my God.
There's $100,000 that you probably saved up from working on your job, providing for your family, thrown out the window all because you're a stupid dumbass.
Well, there's lots of stupid dumbasses in the world, my brother. But fortunately, we are not. There are lots of those people out there who consider themselves higher than everyone out there in the world, who consider themselves all high and mighty because they think that they're worth something. Well, guess what? You are not worth something. You are not worth a freaking damn thing in this world. We are all fucking equal.
And here's the...
Nobody has time for freaking pettiness and shit.
Hell, look at us. Look at us. We don't admit that we're better than anybody because guess what? We don't have to.
No, we don't have to.
We don't have to because here's the thing. Those who do... Here's the thing. There's some YouTubers, or not just YouTubers, but there's fans out there on social media and everything who not only criticize, let's say, WWE's decision all the time, but also criticize those who actually enjoy the product and calling them like retarded or stuff like that, brainless, saying use your brain or you're a complete dumbass or not a real wrestling fan. Just go fuck yourself.
Seriously. Then you can get in your fucking room, sir. People like this legitimately piss me off. People who think they're self-entitled and they think they run this shit.
Sami Zayn is right.
My boy Sami Zayn is speaking truth every time he goes out.
Let
me tell you.
Here's the
I'll tell you what. I'm going to say this. This is one of the best. He cut some of the best heel promos. And this is one of the best heel promos I have heard in a long, long time.
Every time
Sami Zayn is telling you dumbasses what you are.
Every time we hear Sami Zayn cut off promo, we just want to clap and cheer like crazy.
I do clap.
Here's the thing.
I fucking clap, I cheer, and I'm saying, yes, you're right. These cretins, these freaking worshippers of this company, and these freaking delinquents out there who think that they know shit. Come on, man. He's calling you out.
Just because you buy tickets doesn't mean you're self-entitled to what goes on in the product. He also mentioned, of course, how a 5-year-old child and everything was about, was told by his dad, they'll go up to Sami at an airport at 4 in the goddamn morning.
Don't do that. That's another thing. That's another thing right there. Going to professional wrestlers or any freaking celebrity in general without asking for permission or politely going up to them, shaking their hand or asking how their day is going. That's without doing any of that is freaking rude. Yeah, I know we're way off topic of what we're supposed to be talking about, but this is our podcast.
Actually, I think this is not only our discussion of what's going on with the pay-per-view schedule, but we're also discussing exactly why we're going up to talking about AEW and the WWE. And the answer is simple, folks. Because we are fans of professional wrestling. All types are welcome.
Mm-hmm. Professional wrestling. We are not WWE sheep. We are not New Japan sheep. We are not AEW worshippers. We are not any of that. We are professional wrestling. That includes WWE, AEW, New Japan, Progress.
Impact.
You got other companies out there. Newly returned Wrestle Circus. Professional wrestling. And now, one more thing. One company is not better than the other.
Exactly. That's like saying wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That's like saying wrestling is better than wrestling.
It's freaking ridiculous. I hate that saying going around. I've seen it so many times. Oh, this company's better than WWE. The only reason you're saying that right now is because the WWE product is so bad, and I have no shame in admitting it. It is a bad thing right now. But you know why I'm still watching? Do you know why I'm still watching? I'm a loyal fan of 12 years. And why would I give all that up just to go somewhere else? To go to something I don't like? I don't watch any sports. Technically, professional wrestling is the only sport that technically a sport that I watch. Because I enjoy it. I made tons of friends because of professional wrestling. I made freaking loser friends because of professional wrestling.
Bingo. And here's another thing. Here's another thing.
Guys, everyone for wrestling.
Here's another thing. Listen to this right here. I also have something I wanted to say about this situation as well, which is it's like this fact that a lot of times there have actually been a few fans who have noticed that anytime something supposedly really bad goes on, they see me tweet about it, and most of the time I'm not freaking out about it either.
I've seen that. Oh, Christian, you're getting too tangled up in your shit. Oh, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Actually, the real question people have been asking is, how the hell are you able to do that? How the hell are you able to go to watch this, man? They're more impressed than anything else. They're like, wow.
Those are the good ones.
I'm like, wow, I'm amazed, man. I completely dislike this, but you're calm. You're calm about this. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I've seen a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, man.
Here's the thing. This also goes back to another thing. A lot of my opinions are not what the majority of the opinions are, because a lot of times I look at things a lot different than anybody else. I'm not in the majority in the discussion, and a lot of people are saying, well, you're one of the very few people who actually has that opinion. No, my response to that was,
what?
Good. The less amount of people there, the quieter it is.
Very true.
Because think about it. All them people who constantly whine, complain, and bitch like little children, they live in this big city that throws temper tantrums for a living. Us, we live in a small village who just enjoy the product. We live in a small village populated by maybe a couple hundred or thousands.
Yep.
And honestly, it's quiet, it's peaceful, and we can actually just sit down and just enjoy the view of everything. Whereas everything else in a big city, all you see is riots 24/7.
There's always riots in the professional wrestling realm, I swear.
Yeah.
People need to get off their freaking high horse and stop sucking cock, I swear.
Yeah.
Just own up to the fact that you can sometimes be wrong and quit criticizing others for having an opinion. And that's the main reason I'm actually getting to this, because people are being attacked for having an opinion. In my opinion, I don't think Seth Rollins is worthy enough to be Universal Champion, even though he did beat Brock Lesnar. And my other opinion is that, I think Becky Lynch is starting to fade away, and her hype is dying down. And so these past few weeks have just been getting to me. These past weeks have just been grueling, just torturous. And I'm sick and tired of this shit. So you cretins on social media, and anyone who's giving you a hard time, man, just tell them to go fuck themselves. For real. You don't need that shit. And
here's the other thing. Don't be afraid to block them if they say if you block them. There are people that will even say, if you block me, that means you're a pussy. I'm like, that's not true. I block you because you annoy me, and I'm done with you. I block you because you're a negative dumbass. That's why.
Yeah, it's all you and there's other times where people, they don't follow you. I don't really know exactly what to call them, but they only have a couple followers, but they don't follow you. But they'll just go however they do it. They'll just go through and type all this bunch of random crap about what they don't like, and they'll reply to it. It's oh well, this. I'm like, dude, screw you. You're just seeking attention. That's all you want.
Attention seeking babies is what you are.
I don't really know if there's a word for those kind of people, but
however, if you're listening,
they're called cretins, Ryan.
However, if you're listening to this podcast, if you're listening to this podcast right now, folks, and you're actually not one of those people, then we'd like to welcome you to our small but nicely populated village of people who actually just enjoy the product of professional wrestling. Welcome. Here's the thing. You're all welcome to come here because it's nice. It's peaceful. It's people who can handle the other's opinions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be in that big city because you're just bringing negativity upon yourself. And that's why we like to hang out and talk about wrestling for even 6 hours.
Yes.
That was a great celebration.
Yes, 6 hours.
That was a great celebration, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, man.
That was one of my funnest times of the year.
Now going back
to hang around with you guys.
Now going back to the pay-per-view schedule, folks. Here's the thing. This is not only a pay-per-view discussion, but this is also our talks or rants about the problem with the wrestling fan base. So it's all part of the
everything that you disagree with will be said in here.
Anyways, going off and continuing on, like we said before, we're not the biggest fans of the Saudi Arabia shows, but we're still gonna watch, maybe check it out, and we're still gonna predict and review it for you guys because that's what we do.
And we love our fans out there. The true fans who are sticking with us. We love you guys. And the people who say we are not a real podcast and we're fake and we're morons and we're just losers, we like that. We like being called losers.
Exactly.
You can go fuck yourselves and go away. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
We don't need you. Bye-bye.
Now, here's the other thing. Here's the next topic I wanted to bring up. What's your thoughts on this new pay-per-view called Stomping Grounds?
The name sounds interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it, honestly.
Seth Rollins is going to love this pay-per-view, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Stomping Grounds.
Stomping Grounds, in my opinion, like, a lot of people are asking, what's the whole purpose of that? I'm like, you got to realize not a lot of the pay-per-views doesn't have to have a friggin' theme to it.
Like Great Balls of Fire.
Where was the fire in that? Here's the thing, where was the fire in that pay-per-view exactly?
There were lots of balls, though, in that pay-per-view. My God.
Yep. What was a little bit ironic? What was ironic about Great Balls of Fire was it replaced what was going to be the returning Bad Blood. And yet,
Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah.
And yet, Great Balls of Fire had a lot of blood in it.
And ass. Big ass. That's where Big Ass was born.
We also want to take this moment to say congratulations to the location of Tacoma, Washington, on getting their first WWE pay-per-view ever.
Yay!
Because they're the ones who are getting.
Awesome.
They are getting the Stomping Grounds event at their Tacoma Dome, and the last time WWE was even at a Tacoma Dome was an episode of Raw in 2006.
Holy crap!
And even before
that's
that,
amazing.
Like they were primarily used in 1987, and that's it.
Oh, wow.
So, to a lot of people who are complaining that San Diego's not getting a pay-per-view, like since they hadn't had a pay-per-view since 2008, well, Tacoma easily wins this battle. Tacoma wins this battle 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. Boo-hoo.
Yeah,
Alabama hasn't had pay-per-view since 2000. Our last pay-per-view was Armageddon. It was also our very first pay-per-view. So,
yeah, and people, I saw a couple, say like, out of all the cities, you chose Tacoma.
So what?
Who freaking cares?
I bet those people are probably thinking, well, why didn't you just pick Seattle or something? I'm like, why?
They get stuff all the time every year.
Yeah, Seattle.
Let another state that doesn't get opportunities get one.
We haven't gotten opportunities. Once again, we haven't had opportunities since 2000.
Exactly.
I can complain about Florida and, no offense, Ryan and Kellens and Connor, Texas, and all the other states, Canada and stuff like that. Even outsiders getting more wrestling events. I mean, it's just a thing. Let WWE do what they want to do. Let them go to whatever state they want to go to.
And if you're patient enough, then one day WWE may return. Like an example, Willie, you get Raw and SmackDown in Alabama.
That's right. Yep. I'm getting at the end of the year.
Yeah,
this will be the first time Monday Night Raw will be back since 2016.
And you were patient the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're getting your chance. Now you're getting your shot.
Yeah.
That's what we do, folks.
I'm planning on probably going to both.
Bingo.
Very first televised events for me.
Do it, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Vlog it, too.
Yeah, man.
That'd be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Just be careful for them crazy security people.
Our security here's fine. Our security is very chill. I'm actually friends with some of them, so it's okay. It's WWE security you have to worry about.
Yeah, speaking of June, going back to June, however, this is still unconfirmed. We don't know exactly, but from what I hear, there's supposed to be an NXT TakeOver in San Jose on June 8th.
Yeah, I heard about that.
However, from what I hear, it's most likely going to be moved maybe the date before Stomping Grounds. That I could probably see, because at the same time, though, I wouldn't mind if it's the weekend where the Saudi Arabia show is first and then the NXT show is the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wouldn't mind that.
I could see it happening.
That'd be very interesting. But if it's going to be moved to like the night before Stomping Grounds, I can understand that too. I mean, that's what it's been doing like the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's understandable for that case. NXT TakeOver San Jose. I bet people hopefully have their fingers crossed in San Jose, because I hope they get it too.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're a bunch of guys who, even if them big events don't always come to our areas, we show respect to the others that get them.
I'm happy for these people. Like, I was happy for Australia when they got Super Showdown last year.
And here's the thing. As much as the Saudi Arabia shows suck, we're happy for the fans in Saudi Arabia who never get a chance.
I still hope that the United Kingdom, England, gets a pay-per-view one day.
Like another.
I legit hope when they get a WrestleMania. I mean, I know they've been wanting, and you're just begging. Keep begging and keep hoping, guys. You might get it. Seriously.
Indeed. Like, here's another. This reminds me. This is another thing I want happen one day. I wonder when we're getting another NXT UK takeover event.
Ooh,
because
man,
they're showing
so much fun.
Their show in Blackpool was so much fun. Yeah, I mean, Pete Dunne versus Joe Coffey. How cool was that match?
Besides the little botch at the ending, it was fun. The debut of Walter. Toni Storm won the women's championship. Finn Balor versus... Oh my God, this match freaking surprised the heck out of me. Finn Balor and Jordan Devlin. Holy shit, that was awesome.
Don't forget about the what are they called? The something veterans?
Yeah, those guys versus Mustache Mountain, I believe it was.
Yeah, for the UK tag titles.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was so great.
Fingers crossed that maybe one day NXT UK is going to get another takeover some point down the road this year. Because I think that'd be wonderful.
Imagine a takeover in the stadium. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Would be, actually.
I'd love to see that.
Ladies and gentlemen, in July, from what we hear, July's going to be interesting because on July 13th, that's AEW's Fight for the Fallen in, I believe, Jacksonville, Florida.
Which we don't know that much about, but it should be fun.
And the following day is WWE Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules.
In Philadelphia.
Ooh.
Well, at least it's not Pittsburgh.
Oh God.
Oh God. No.
Or
I thought for a second, I ain't gonna lie, I thought Extreme Rules was going to the same place that was last year. I was like, oh no, wait a minute, that was Pittsburgh. This is Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell was that other place that had such a dead crowd?
That was what was the place where the NXT guys debuted this year? What was that place?
Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yeah.
My God, you guys! If we have fans there from there,
and that was the day after Elimination Chamber attended.
That was so bad. You guys didn't pop for anything.
Imagine if they announced WrestleMania there.
Anything?
WrestleMania in Lafayette. Remember that? Imagine that.
Dang it, Christian.
I'm like, good God, like, I don't know, like, what the heck they thought they were attending.
A golfing tournament. A golfing tournament.
Like, good God, like, I was driving home from Houston that night, because it was an 8-hour ride, and, like, I was going through Twitter and everything, and I started seeing all these tweets about, like, man, this crowd sucks, Lafayette sucks, and everything. I'm like, dang, like, they're really quiet for the NXT stars?
I bet even
like, quiet, man. Like,
here's the thing. I bet even golf tournaments are louder than that.
Oh
yeah. Bro, y'all didn't pop for anything, and that's
like just clapping wise would have been louder than that.
They were quiet when they were clapping. It was just this.
Yeah.
Like when I was at the chamber, oh my gosh, that crowd was lit.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty much lit like the whole time. I mean, there was a couple quiet moments, but still, though, it was pretty lit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for that chamber match. Just like, come on, like, it's a wrestling event. You're supposed to get into it. And it's like what Christian said, I think it was a couple episodes ago, where you talked about where you attended the live event and someone told you to be quiet and stuff like that.
I remember that.
It's like, it's a wrestling event. What are we supposed to do? Like, we're going to
sit on our hands and knees and be quiet the entire time, bro?
Yeah, like, I didn't understand.
Like, you see in my vlogs, I'm going to get up and cheer. Like, you see my reactions, I'm going to get up and be loud.
Yeah,
if you don't like it, then go away.
If you can't, if you can't handle the noise, why the hell are you even here?
Yeah.
Why are you even at the event to begin with?
So,
that's my case.
So yeah, Extreme Rules likely is going to be, like, I believe, in Philadelphia. So I like to say, well, congrats once again to Philadelphia for getting the Extreme Rules. I was at Philly for the Royal Rumble last year, and it was fun.
Man, that Rumble was awesome. The Rumble was good too. Too bad they didn't capitalize on it, but whatever.
That's all right though. Moving on, continuing next, August. This is what everybody knows I'm hyping the living hell out of. SummerSlam. But where is SummerSlam gonna be this year?
I'm gonna say somewhere in Canada, but I'm not sure exactly where.
Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is My Kingdom of Toronto.
Yes.
My Kingdom of Toronto, Canada. Not Toronto, Canada, but My Kingdom of Toronto.
Yeah, here's the thing. Anytime I mention that being my kingdom, everybody's response was, you don't fucking own Canada. I'm like, what the hell did I say about Canada?
Whoever said anything about that?
Yeah, someone's reply was, that's what all Canadians say about the place. I'm like, no, we don't.
Wow.
Jesus, nobody knows anything about me or my people. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. People are going to be people. That's what they are like. But I call it my king. The reason I call it my kingdom is because the phrase hometown is kind of cliche. I call it my kingdom because, for one thing, Toronto's like, what, the biggest city in freaking Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And it's easily recognizable because of the CN Tower. You know, the tall tower that looks like the Space Needle from Seattle?
Yep. I've seen that in person.
Here's the thing.
I was actually, I didn't exactly go into Toronto, but I got to see a little bit of Toronto from the American side 2 years ago, back in 2017. And it was lovely.
American side.
It was a great place. Here's the thing. Everybody knows. I've been in Toronto hundreds of times. I don't exactly live in the city per se, but I've been there hundreds of times. But shockingly, I've never been inside the CN Tower, like up the CN Tower.
Really?
That is all going to change, finally.
Ooh.
Because, folks, when it comes to Toronto, a lot of friends and family are joining me for the show, including Longneck Josh. He's coming up to my kingdom.
Yep.
Hey.
How exciting is that going to be?
SummerSlam. It's going to be good, man.
Yep. So, yeah, not only is SummerSlam going to be there, but, of course, that means NXT TakeOver Toronto, since it's the second Toronto TakeOver.
Yes, Toronto.
And let's look back for a quick second. How cool was the first ever NXT Toronto in 2016?
Oh,
it was amazing.
That was awesome.
My favorite was the Revival versus DIY.
That match was freaking awesome. Holy crap.
Even, here's the thing, Bobby Roode versus Ty Dillinger. That was a fun match at the start.
Yeah.
I didn't care about Ty Dillinger back then. Actually, I didn't even know who he was. So.
I think it was pretty awesome to see those two compete, considering it's like one of them was from Toronto, the other from Niagara Falls.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
It's kind of the same way with
and Oscar and Mickey James.
I can't remember. Samoa Joe and Nakamura.
Shinsuke.
Yeah, they fought too.
Shinsuke lost the NXT Championship. I remember that. I was shocked. I was like, what?
Yep. So yeah, NXT TakeOver Toronto, SummerSlam, and of course the Raw and SmackDown after SummerSlam will be in Toronto, and I'm officially confirmed to be at all 4 of those shows, and I'm also going to be at SummerSlam Access.
Hey,
nice.
I believe Ryan, you were at Royal Rumble Access this year.
Yes, sir, I was.
We got to meet Becky Lynch and look down creepily at her neck.
Oh yeah.
I always
that was actually but that was actually when I went back and listened. That was the day of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
yeah, I was staring at her neck.
Yeah, you were texting me beforehand.
Yeah, I put on Instagram on my story. I was like, caption this, and Christian came up with the best one. What was it again, Christian?
Becky pretty much would say, "If you don't stop staring at my neck, I'm gonna punch you in the face."
Yeah.
Because she kind of looked
Oh my
a
God,
little.
that's
I don't know exactly, but she kind of had a small smidge of uncomfortableness on her face while you were just creepily smiling at her neck.
Ryan, why are you perving? Why are you perving on Becky Lynch?
Why?
Seth Rollins gonna come from behind and stomp your ass.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm from Lubbock. Seth Rollins likes Lubbock, Texas because Lubbock, Texas knows how to burn it down.
Yeah.
True.
I'll tell you the reason why. Because well, if any of you guys watch college basketball, and also a shout out to my buddy Josh Nobles. Congrats to his Virginia Cavaliers on winning the championship.
Yes.
My Texas Tech Red Raiders were facing his Virginia Cavaliers in the national championship. Unfortunately, my team lost. But congrats to Josh Nobles' team. But I will tell you this. So the game before we went to the championship, after we won, my whole city went absolutely nuts. They started getting couches. They started lighting them on fire. Yes, lighting them on fire. Lighting the couches on fire. And I'm like, yep, Lubbock, Texas knows how to burn it down.
Literally.
I even tweeted out in my hometown. I was like, Lubbock, Texas, burn it down.
That is awesome.
So, yeah, but it's crazy. But guys, don't get your couches. Don't start lighting things on fire. Please don't do that. Don't light your city on fire, please.
That ain't cool. So,
yeah, please.
Following SummerSlam, SummerSlam is going to be a huge party because I remember the last time I was at a show in Toronto in WWE.
That's what we did there.
Was last August, and before I was there early, and I was looking around. There's just people chilling out, and there was tailgates, barbecues, you name it. And I'm like, honestly, this makes me think for SummerSlam, I'll do a party or something before the doors open. Because how cool would that be?
Yeah.
Anyways, the next pay-per-view, of course, for WWE is September 15th, I believe. Hell in a Cell in Atlanta, Georgia.
AATL. I did last year's Hell in a Cell in San Antonio, and now this year, it's in Atlanta.
Congratulations, Atlanta, for getting another pay-per-view.
For sure.
Yep.
And also, let's not forget about this. This reminds me. Somebody wrote down, damn it, how come Texas doesn't get a pay-per-view in 2019? I'm like, you guys just had the Elimination Chamber a week ago.
You guys are getting the Royal Rumble next year.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'll be there.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm not complaining. I mean, I understand, disappointment and everything, but, I'm just happy I was able to get to the pay-per-view this year. 2 pay-per-views, actually.
Yep.
So, yeah, just be thankful. And, of course, there's also Raw and SmackDown shows as well. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe, Ryan was at the Royal Rumble in Phoenix, Arizona, and the Elimination Chamber in Houston, followed by me going to Fastlane in Cleveland and WrestleMania in Jersey.
So this is I'm just taking over.
And I'm going to be at SummerSlam in Toronto. But here's also another thing. I'll get to this in a little bit later. Let's see. Hell in a Cell, I will say once again, the last year's Hell in a Cell was friggin' brutal, especially with the whole situation with Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I couldn't even watch. I was there live. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even watch. It was getting too disturbing.
You see, y'all see my WrestleMania 35 reactions vlog, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Took me a second.
Took you a second.
So I got thrown off.
So yeah, y'all see my WrestleMania 35 reactions, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So you actually got to see my reaction when Triple H was messing with Batista's nose ring.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Guys,
don't wear earrings. Don't guard your ears.
Anyways. Yeah.
So yeah, Willie, you also saw my reaction to Batista's nose ring getting ripped out.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
That was just fucking brutal. I also like how Triple H not only used the chain not to wrap it around his fist and then pretend to punch him.
I kind of like which one was brutal, but like, holy crap.
Yeah, he just whipped him in the back of the head.
Him yanking his fingers back was the most brutal to me.
Yeah.
Damn, you're gonna break his hand.
And like, that's how a no-holds-barred match should be. You're supposed to make people cringe in pain.
Yeah.
And especially what Randy Orton did with Jeff Hardy with a damn screwdriver.
Oh yeah, and Jeff beat him with his belt. Like, he left shards of glass or, like, metal inside Orton's back. I remember that. And there was this disgusting picture of, like, I think they took some skin off of Orton.
Not only was it skin, but so some pieces of muscle and tissue was hanging out.
That was so graphic. I was like, God. And people say wrestling's fake, though. Yeah, that's fake.
Yeah, that's totally fake.
That's totally fake. That pain that he felt was so fake. I wonder how they rehearsed that.
But anyways, when it comes to October, this is going to be interesting and at the same time a little confusing because we have the return of Clash of Champions.
Yeah.
On October 6th in Sacramento, California.
Not bad.
Sacramento, the capital of California.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people, I guarantee you, those who studied like the history of like California, they probably think Hollywood's the capital or something.
Please.
Or San Francisco. I'm like, nope, it's Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacramento.
Hey, I know what the capital of Arkansas is. Little Rock.
Yep. That is true. So yeah, Clash of Champions on October 6th in Sacramento. I kind of like it this time because the last time we had very few titles, and it was just like, a certain brand that had it. In this case...
Yeah.
Think about this. This is the chance where we can have every match be a title match, and it would be a perfect pay-per-view, honestly, like when it comes to fighting for the gold. WWE title,
Most
Universal
definitely.
title, Intercontinental title, US title, 3 sets of tag team titles, the Raw, SmackDown, and the women, 2 sets of women's titles, and the Cruiserweight title. That's 10.
Heck yeah.
There you go. You don't need any other matches. You just need that.
Yep.
So if done properly, if Clash of Champions can do that, even if the event would end up sucking, at least they followed through with the theme.
Yep.
Every match has to be a title match.
Mm-hmm.
So boom, there we go. And here's the thing, we've never been like the biggest fan of Champions pay-per-views, but when it was first introduced in like 08 or something like that, I believe it was
07.
Oh, 07? Okay, 2007. Then it was a very
times. That was the day of the Benoit tragedy.
Oh,
Yeah.
The week of the Benoit tragedy. I remember it well. So
same here.
Anyways,
I will say it was a very interesting concept because it's a pay-per-view where all the titles are on the line. We had never had that before at the time.
No.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think at that time Chris Benoit was on ECW, and I think
he was supposed to face CM Punk.
Yeah, and the ECW title was on the line, I think.
They replaced him with Johnny Nitro. I remember that.
That's crazy.
Well, I will say, like, as the years went on, though, like, they started having, not just non-title matches, but then... Of course, it was like not even half the pay-per-view was title matches then.
Yeah.
And that was the point where, like, what? Just end it. But now that the pay-per-views are co-branded and we got a lot of titles, I'm like, now we can actually go back to the way it's supposed to go.
Yes.
Thank you. Was that too hard to ask for? Oh, well. November 1st is the second Saudi Arabia event.
Yay.
Because, of course, there's 2 Saudi Arabia events this year, as there was last year. Let's just hope the November one and even the June one is not as bad as Crown Jewel. That's all we ask for. Just don't be like Crown Jewel.
It can be as bad as Crown Jewel.
If you're going to have, like, from what I hear, let's go back really quickly to the one in June. Folks, we got The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and Goldberg competing at the show.
Yes, folks, Goldberg. We can already hear the groaning in the chat.
Yeah, we can already hear that.
I know. Goldberg.
here's what we all ask for. We just ask that just have the event go to the point where we even just say it so much as the show was decent. Just let us say that.
They probably won't.
Probably won't. But
I hope so, though.
Let's see. The Greatest Royal Rumble, I mean, was a decent event, and it was exciting, too, because it had a pay-per-view card bigger than that year's WrestleMania, which sucked.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, apologies, here's a better show. And I'm like, well, it kind of was a better show than that year's WrestleMania, but that's because that event really sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the other thing, like, Crown Jewel, on the other hand, they introduced the Best in the World tournament.
The best in the world.
And
that's a total shot to...
Total shot to both Chris Jericho. And, yeah, to both Chris Jericho and CM Punk.
That's a shot to CM Punk and Chris Jericho.
Yeah. So, yeah. Y'all want to talk about the CM Punk thing that happened a few weeks ago?
Go ahead.
So apparently there's this guy in some mask that appeared at some indie show, right? People are speculating that it's CM Punk, right? Do I think it was Punk? It's debatable. What about you guys?
And even if it was, that doesn't always mean something, because from what I hear, he also did the same thing in 2015.
Yeah.
That led nowhere.
I didn't know anything about that, so...
Yeah. Well, he usually keeps these things quiet anyway, so...
Good. He doesn't need all the publicity right now.
I'm proud of CM Punk and the fact that he's actually doing well in life.
Let Phil Brooks do his own thing.
Yep.
Leave him be.
Besides, these days, he's mostly just, enjoying watching NHL games. I'm like, and he's married, too, and I'm like, you got a problem with him watching hockey and spending time with his wife?
No, I do.
Exactly.
Got a good wife, though, I'll tell him that.
Yep. AJ Lee.
Yeah. Lucky son of a gun.
Yeah, indeed. So, the Saudi Arabia event, like in the Crown Jewel, of course, even leading into it, we weren't concerned all because of the situation with that journalist who was killed.
No.
For our case, we were concerned because... For our case, we were concerned because, like, a tournament to crown the best in the world, I'm like, doesn't make any sense.
Which was stupid.
A tag team match with D-Generation X and the Brothers of Destruction. We could even... That was after we saw a horrendous performance of Triple H and The Undertaker in Australia.
Which was horrendous and terrible.
That's what I just said, but okay.
But still, same thing, just jumping off. Yeah, like, it was such a bad match.
And Crown Jewel was even worse.
He had the bald Shawn Michaels. And he had just a very bad match. A very bad match that Triple H got injured in.
And that's the one moment where when people chant, "You still got it," I'm like, no, they don't.
Please. Taker needs to retire. Shawn Michaels should have never came out of retirement. That match proves my point.
I'm glad that he actually said. I'm glad that Shawn actually said, "I regret what I did."
Well, we do too. Should have never listened to them, and you never should have given in. You should have stayed out.
Exactly.
But the money talks, doesn't it?
Indeed. That's why Goldberg is competing. But at least for Goldberg's case, he never exactly said that he was going to retire. And he actually said, I may come back one day. He actually literally said that the last time we saw him on Monday Night Raw in 2017. I may come back one day.
Yeah, Goldberg coming back. I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
His first return was cool, but like this return that he's going to be having, I'm intrigued.
It's probably just a
one-time. But at the same time, it's going to be a 5-minute match anyways.
Yeah.
God forbid he's going to fight The Undertaker.
I'm actually okay with this because that Goldberg did not go against any word because he never gave any word.
No.
So in that case, I'm like, okay, whatever. We still don't want him to compete because he's old, but he never exactly promised anything. Shawn Michaels, on the other hand, promised retirement.
We have nothing wrong with wrestlers competing who are old, but still, Goldberg has proven that he just can't go anymore. Same with The Undertaker, same with Kane, and people like that.
That's the other thing. People have also said, hey, if they want to wrestle, then let them. Like, we do let them wrestle, but if they're allowed to wrestle, we're allowed to mock them if they suck.
Mm-hmm. Like I did with Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
I just mocked his bald head. That was about it. His wrestling skills were kind of there. It was just brutal to watch.
Here's the thing. We're not given special treatment all because they're legends.
No.
No, we never once gave special treatment. I'm like, if people were saying we're being disrespectful all because we're saying, oh, this match sucks and they're sucking at what they do, well, give them a break. They're old. They're like, exactly, they shouldn't be in there.
Look at Batista in his match. I mean, he really didn't do that much because it was supposed to be a brutal, violent fight. So he didn't do that much in there.
Here's the thing. The match was 25 minutes long, I believe, and it was the first 6 to 8 minutes that was actually brutal and kick ass.
Yeah, then it slowed down.
Yeah, if it was only a 10-minute match with nonstop brutality, then we could say that was an epic match. Because if it was nonstop brutality from the start to the finish, then we'd be like, that was great.
Yeah.
Matches don't have to be like fucking 25 to 30 minutes in order to be good.
Nope.
They have to have a reason to drag on that long. Here's an example. All the matches Johnny Gargano had with Tommaso Ciampa, they had a reason to drag it that long.
Mm-hmm.
They were intense. They were scary. I'm not kidding. They were scary.
They were.
So, whatever the case is, if you're going to have a match that's like 25 to 30 minutes, you have to have a reason to make it last that long.
Yep.
Example, like, same thing with movies. If you're going to have your movie, like Avengers Endgame, go up to 3 hours, you have to have a reason.
Which, by the way, was a very good film.
Yeah. They had a reason to make it go to 3 hours, and I felt like it was only an hour and a half.
Well, that's probably because I've been watching like 3 hours of wrestling every freaking week, so I'm used to it.
We were so into the film. I mean, everybody here in the lounge, I believe, has watched that movie at least once.
I saw it last week.
What were you, Ryan?
On opening night.
What were you, Ryan?
I saw it Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday,
and I've seen it 3 times already.
What? Damn, dude.
It's so fucking good. But folks,
I know. I probably might see it a second time.
For those who have not seen the movie, we're not going to talk about it right now.
Nah, we're not a movie channel.
Thankfully, I was able to avoid spoilers.
I
just kind of stayed away from social media. Just stay away from social media.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys.
Stay away from anything.
You're safe here because, we're not going to start talking spoilers on the Avengers.
Nah.
Yeah. Because we're not
a movie channel.
I always said we give things at least a week before we start talking about it online. Because that way, those die-hard fans will have seen it.
Yeah.
Anyways, going back to this, Survivor Series is in Chicago this year.
Chicago.
Chicago. Oh, and by the way, I will not be attending Survivor Series.
Damn, bro.
So there was a possibility that I was going to go, but I
heard you say you were considering.
Yeah, but I kind of can't because me and my buddy were actually going to save up for Rumble and WrestleMania next year. So
yeah, you should definitely
we decided to do that way.
So yeah, I am going to be attending Survivor Series myself because Chicago is only like a 7-hour drive from my home. So I'm like, no big deal. I can do that.
Not bad.
I like driving long distances to attend these wrestling shows because the cool thing about it is looking around and looking at the sights on your way there.
Yeah, true.
And it saves up goddamn money. You don't have to pay like hundreds of bucks for a plane ticket. And you'd have your own car still with you. Don't have to get a rental. The only thing you'd really have to be paying for is gas money. That's it.
And food.
And food and hotel. But that's no big deal, especially if you're only there for a weekend.
Yeah.
Bingo. So I'll be attending Survivor Series, NXT TakeOver War Games 3 the night before, and the Raw and SmackDown afterwards. So, boom. That's 2 massive weekends. Cool. And I'm attending 3 out of the 4 Big 4 events in 2019. I've already done WrestleMania. I'm going to be doing a SummerSlam, my first SummerSlam. And that reminds me, when I attend SummerSlam, I will complete my mission of attending one of every Big 4.
Nice, bro.
I've attended 3 WrestleManias, a Survivor Series, and a Royal Rumble. Soon to be 1 SummerSlam and 2 Survivor Series. And I cannot say anything about 2020 though, because I think in 2020 I'm taking that year off from attending wrestling shows unless it's in a nearby area in Toronto.
Okay.
Because I don't want to travel long distances. Because I believe I'm going back to Virginia in June of 2020 to see Long Neck Josh because he's going to be graduating from high school and I'm going to be there for a ceremony.
Hey, awesome.
And I also want to go back to Vancouver to see see my family out west and see my sister's recently newborn.
Aw.
Jasmine, that's her name. She's adorable. So yeah, those who are attending Survivor Series in Chicago, those tickets are available now, and the rest of those tickets are going on sale later this month. So get ready to get your tickets if you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, finally, we got TLC December 15th in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Totally lame concept. That's what it stands for.
Yep, that actually works.
Totally lame concept. That's what TLC stands for, folks.
I thought it stood for tomatoes, lettuce, and cheese.
Now you're making me hungry.
You know, after this is done, I'm going to go make a sandwich with tomatoes, lettuce, and cheese and call it my TLC.
People actually do that. People actually do that over here.
But then again, I think I'd rather have a BLT, bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Yes. Yes.
Now we're talking about food. Now we're talking about food. But guess what, folks? It's our podcast, and we can talk about whatever the hell we want.
Yeah. Except other things that, stuff like that. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, of course.
yeah, we're not that type of channel.
Yeah.
Go to somebody else, you dirty perverts.
And of course, since May is here, that means in a matter of time, we're going to get into the summer weather.
Yes. Good.
We're going to get into the summer weather, which means, well, get your bathing suits ready. Get your bathing suits ready and go swimming someday soon. Once it starts.
For me, I go work out. And then I go swimming.
We got a lot of stuff coming up. This summer, let's talk really quickly about this summer because,
okay,
as we all know, I'm gonna be not only at SummerSlam, but I may be taking another break from YouTube at some point in July to go on another weekend getaway in Niagara Falls, my favorite place to go.
Nice, dude.
Yep, and well, may go see my family in Rochester again, have another fun family hangout like I did last year. That was a fun time. Bro. And here's my other question about the summer. Folks, actually, Ryan or Willie, do y'all have a favorite summer sandwich? Like, people do that sometimes.
Summer sandwich? Not really.
Like, what do y'all like eating in the summer?
Ice cream for me.
Really? I eat ice cream in the cold winter days.
Same.
and while I'm outside and while I'm outside in like negative 15-degree weather,
bro.
And I can take my time. I can take my time eating ice cream out there because it's not melting anytime soon.
Yeah, that's true.
Dang.
That's true. Probably for me, my favorite thing to eat in the summertime is probably peaches. I would say
peaches. That's a good thing. I mean, most people.
I don't know why, because usually every time it's in the summertime I like to be outdoors a lot, but after I'm done, I always like to eat peach. I don't know why, but so yeah. But I eat a lot of things that I probably say my favorite summer thing to eat would be a peach.
You know what? I'm actually thinking. You know what? I might be. I might be myself, I'm going to be having a new diet sometime soon.
Hey.
That includes having protein shakes almost every day.
Not bad, man.
And here's the other thing. Some people would probably be surprised about this, but I'm one of those guys that doesn't like smoothies.
Neither do I. I don't really care for ones.
Yeah.
I'm a milkshake person.
That's okay, though. So, folks, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of fun times in the summer. Y'all got summer plans? Because I believe the topic of this podcast is, our plans for 2019 anyway, so.
I don't have any plan for that. Still planning on learning how to drive. Yes, folks, I'm 23 and I don't have my permit. Shut up.
There's a lot of, there's somebody who's 50 and they don't know how to drive. It's okay.
So it's all good. I'm also planning on finding a job. Just planning on getting my life together and do my own thing. All that good stuff. That's all I got.
What about you, Ryan? You got
swimming.
Plans for the summer?
Yeah. Well, June. Of course, starting June 1st, I'll be attending a WWE live event in my hometown, and after that, I got a couple other events that I'm going to do. Not wrestling-wise, but just other events in town, family stuff that I'm going to be doing throughout June. And then the first week of July is where I'm going to be in Dallas for pretty much the majority of the whole week. And I'll be attending a whole bunch of wrestling events. I'll be attending Raw, New Japan, and then, of course, Slammiversary.
New Japan, lucky son of a bitch.
And
you could see Okada.
Yep, I can see all them guys live in person. That's crazy. And then I'll be attending a Rangers game that week as well.
Nice.
So that'll be the final game I get to see in Globe Life Park because they're building another stadium. And then after that, I'm gonna kind of take July a little bit easy.
That's
I
nice.
may just kind of work a bit, and then just kind of mainly what I want to do is family stuff. So I don't know, I will continue to work. I'll still continue to work and everything, but I want to kind of spend more time with family and friends because I just kind of feel like I just kind of feel like I'm working too much a lot, but and I feel like I just really kind of need to spend time with the people that I love, and just kind of hang around them and let them know that I care about them. I just kind of want to get to know them better and just kind of spend the summer just getting to know all my friends a little bit better. It was just kind of something that I wish I could have done a couple years ago, and I kind of regret that I didn't get to kind of know them a little bit beforehand. But I just want to make it up and just get to
ladies and gentlemen,
know everyone a little bit more better.
That just goes to show, folks, that the Double R Wrestler Ryan and everybody else here are very caring people.
Yes,
indeed.
That includes Kelsey and Connor.
Yep. So. And they are doing great with their lives. Like, we keep up with them almost every day as well.
We do.
And
they're doing their own thing. Kels is making pizza, which she still owes me, by the way.
She's probably never going to give you the pizza.
I know.
Folks, we will also say that we will, throughout the summer as well, we will also be here for your entertainment.
Yes, we will.
Oh, yeah.
We love you guys for real. You may be a little problematic at times. But, deep down, we love you guys, and we love, entertaining you all. So, it's pretty cool.
For sure.
Still can't believe this took off. It's crazy.
Yep. We're here. This is our 33rd episode.
Yep.
We're on season 2, and who knows exactly what we're going to come up with in the future. In the meantime, though, folks, this pretty much does it for this week's edition. This was us discussing our plans for this year and a small little rant on the WWE fan base, and not just the wrestling fan base in general.
The wrestling fan base, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Not just the WWE universe, which, by the way, I hate that saying.
Yeah. We're wrestling fans. That's what we are.
I like wrestling.
And always remember, folks, we are losers, and this is our lounge.
And don't forget, drink your Diet Dew.
Damn it.
and
also, try the new Bluebell flavored cookie cake ice cream. Eat it, damn it.
Wait, what?
That's a thing?
Yeah, it's a new flavor.
Why are you not telling me this?
I put it on my story in my Snapchat.
When?
Last Thursday, I want to say. Last Thursday night. Friday, something like that.
I wouldn't know. I don't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know because
cookie cake Bluebell ice cream. So yeah, both and small and big sizes. So yeah, if you haven't tried it, try it. It's pretty dang good.
I wouldn't know because I don't have Snapchat, so I obviously missed it.
Yeah, I think I did put it on my story, but I don't know if you saw it or not.
Well, I'm really on Snapchat. Follow me on Snapchat or whatever, folks. Whatever. I barely do anything on there.
Yeah.
Except post positive stuff.
All right. Well, folks, this is going to do it for this week's edition. The next time we'll see you is in a couple of weeks where we will give our predictions on the Money in the Bank event. And I'll just be quickly, I want to say, I like the card for Money in the Bank so far.
Yeah. I think
it looks pretty good.
It actually does look good, and I'm actually
glad.
The
Money in the Bank matches look awesome. Well, on the men's side. The women's, no. We'll get to that.
We have 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches that look good. 2 world title matches, finally, that look good and do not contest part-timers. And what else do we got? We have Roman Reigns versus Elias, which even that could be good.
Done.
Oh yeah.
Honestly,
Loki, I thought, yeah. Oh yeah. I honestly thought Loki last year, Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was alright. It was alright.
The only thing people remember about that match, actually, from my Sins videos, is me suddenly yelling and bitching about Brock Lesnar's title reign. Remember that long rant I did on that Sin video?
Yeah, I do.
It started so quietly, so slowly, and then I just blew up at the end. I'm really good at this. All right, folks. Well, this is going to do it for this week's edition, and we'll see you guys next time.